guys, so this is going to be a Christmas treats video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know I did one of these last year and you guys seem to enjoy it, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. I show you guys 3 different treats that are really easy to make and you can make them for a party or whatever, so I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and favorite, and without further ado, let's get into the video. For the first treat, I'm going to show you guys these Pretzel Hugs, which kind of look like reindeer noses, I guess, if you use the red M&Ms. But what you're going to need are some pretzels. You can use whatever shape you'd like. I'm just using the classic pretzel shape. Some rolls and some M&Ms. I'm using holiday M&Ms, but you can also use regular M&Ms if you would like. So what you're going to do is start by putting your pretzels onto a pan. So I'm only doing 8 pretzels. I know that sounds really weird, but I just had 8 Rolos, so I'm doing 8 pretzels. But you can make however many of these you'd want. Just make sure you have as many pretzels and rolls and M&Ms as each other. So now we're just going to place the Rolo on top of the pretzel. Then we're going to preheat our oven to 250 degrees Fahrenheit and stick them in the oven for 4 to 5 minutes. It just kind of depends. So when you take them out, if they look like this, then that means they're done. If not, just stick them in there for another 1 to 2 minutes. And then hopefully they'll be done. So now we're just going to press our M&M down into the center of the Rolo and just press that down so it's kind of flat. And if you want a no mess type thing, you can put these onto a piece of wax paper before you do this, because otherwise the caramel might spill out the bottom of the pretzel when you press it down on the Rolo. So yeah, you can do that and then just let them harden, and once they're done, this is what they look like. They were so good, and I definitely recommend trying these because they're really easy and really delicious. So definitely give those a try. The next treat I'm going to show you guys how to make is this delicious popcorn. It's really easy and it's kind of addicting, so watch out when you make this, just a little warning out there. But this is really good, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you guys how to make it. So you're going to need some M&Ms. I'm using holiday M&Ms again. You're also going to need some white chocolate chips or almond bark. I'm using almond bark. I just placed it into a microwave safe container. You're going to need a sheet of wax paper, some popcorn, and also some Oreos. I'm using the limited edition peppermint Oreos, but if you can't find those, you can use the winter Oreos, which have a red cream filling, or you can use just regular original Oreos. This is the combination that I like, but you can also add peanuts, your favorite cereal, or anything else you want to add to this mix that you think might be good in it. You can also add pretzels, whatever you would like. And also, if you can't find peppermint Oreos but you want to add some peppermint flavor, you can add a teaspoon of peppermint extract to your white chocolate. You can add 7 to 8 whatever peppermint or candy cane, Hershey's Kisses, whatever you want to call those, and just melt those with your white chocolate. Or you can also add crushed candy canes on top of the white chocolate once we get all done with it. So we're going to start by popping our popcorn and then just placing that onto our wax paper. Take out any kernels. Be careful when doing this because it is pretty hot unless you let your popcorn cool. Take out all those kernels, that way when you're eating it you don't bite one of those because those hurt if you try to bite them, just saying. Anyways, then just make sure that your popcorn is in a flat type thing, so make sure it's all nice and level and whatnot, and there's not a bunch of popcorn stacked on top of each other into a big pile. Then we're going to add some M&Ms, which I'm also going to add later once we add the white chocolate on top. Then I'm going to break up my Oreos and put that on top as well, and you can add however many Oreos you'd like. I like to add a lot of Oreos, so I think I added like 5 Oreos. And now we're going to melt our white chocolate in 60-second intervals in the microwave until it's completely liquefied. And once it is liquefied, you can go ahead and add the peppermint extract if you want to add that now. So you can add a teaspoon of that or less depending on how pepperminty you want your white chocolate to be. To make it really easy to pour on to your popcorn mix, you can add your white chocolate into a Ziploc baggie or piping bag and then snip the tip and do it that way. But I chose to do it the messy way, so I took my spoon and just kind of like whipped it around, I guess. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. I just shook my chocolate everywhere, and as you can see, I got it all over the counter, but I wiped it up and it was good. So that's the messy way, but oh well, I cleaned it up and it was still fun and whatnot. So now I've let my popcorn dry. I found this really cute bullet coals, and it's just a little snowman type thing, and you can break up your pieces into big chunks or small chunks. Just put them into a bowl and then you're done. It's so good. As I said, it's really addicting, and I definitely recommend trying it. I don't know what it is. It's like a salty sweet kind of thing, and it just tastes really good. So I definitely recommend trying this one out. And last but not least, I'm going to show you guys how to make these really cute hot cocoa cookie cups. So I made from scratch sugar cookie dough, but you can also use packaged dough, whatever you would like to use, whatever your preference would be. But I'm just going to spray a mini muffin pan with nonstick cooking spray and just put about a teaspoonful of the dough in there, and then take my thumb and just make a really nice deep imprint into the cookie dough. We are going to do this later, but I decided to do it now so it make it a little easier later. Then we're just going to follow the directions on the package or on the recipe. Mine said 350 degrees for 7 minutes. Make sure you keep an eye on your little cookie pies, which is what I like to call them, because you do not want them overbaked, because in my opinion, overbaked cookies are not very good. So I did not actually show this part because it was way too hard for me to film, but what I did when I took them out after 7 minutes, they had basically puffed up and there was no longer a hole, so I just took a spoon and just scooped out the extra cookie dough and threw it in the trash. I know that seems kind of wasteful, but that's what I had to do in order to get a perfect hole. And then I just kind of took my thumb and very carefully, because it was very hot and I almost burnt myself, I just kind of made it a little bit deeper and made it look a little nicer. So now then that our cookie cups are done and they're cooled and everything, we're going to make a chocolate ganache type thing for the middle for the little hot chocolate. So you're going to need a half a cup of chocolate chips and a quarter cup of heavy whipping cream. I use milk and it made my ganache super liquidy, so I don't recommend doing that. Make sure you use heavy whipping cream. It'll make your ganache nice and thick and perfect for pouring into your little cookie cups. And you can also add 2 tablespoons of hot chocolate powder if you would like to make it more like hot chocolate. To make our ganache, I just took a microwave-safe bowl and poured our chocolate chips in there, and then also our heavy whipping cream. Again, I use milk. Make sure you use the heavy whipping cream. It's fairly cheap at any grocery store or whatever. And then we're just going to microwave this for 60 seconds until it's completely melted. You might have to do it for like 15 more seconds or something, but 60 seconds was good for me, and it was pretty liquidy as I said it would be. But yeah, then this is the time you would want to add the hot chocolate powder if you're going to want to add that. I didn't have any hot cocoa powder, so I did not add that. Then I just poured my ganache into my cookie cups. And now we're going to move on to the marshmallows. So you can use jet puffed mini marshmallows. They are made for hot chocolate. But what I'm doing is using mini marshmallows that you can find in a bag at any grocery store. And I'm just going to take a knife and cut them into 4s so that way they're smaller and they look a little bit more proportional to our little cups that we made. So as you can see, I'm just taking a knife and cutting it into 4s. Be very careful and make sure you do not cut yourself. Whether you need an adult to do this or you need adult supervision, whatever, please do not cut yourself. That would be a very good thing not to do. So yeah, I just cut that up and then put those into the middle of our cookie cups with the chocolate. And now we're going to make the handle. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. I just took a knife. Again, be extremely careful, do not cut yourself. And just cut up the pretzel into what I thought looked like a handle. And then I just took a teaspoonful of white chocolate, melted it in the microwave, dipped my little handles into the chocolate, and then pressed them to the side of the cup. And then just held it on there for a couple of seconds or so until it kind of hardened enough to where I could let it go and it would just kind of hold up for itself. And then once I was done with all the cookie cups, this is what they looked like. They were kind of messy and some of them did kind of crack and whatnot, but that was partially because the ganache was so liquidy and that was my fault. But otherwise, I think these turned out really cute and they were really delicious. So that's all for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to use the hashtag #MerryCraftmas on Instagram. Make sure to click the screen to watch my last Christmas video. And yeah, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye guys!